This right here is my favorite Menard screwdriver ever.
Wow.
The length, the head size, it's perfect for, especially when the battery posts are on top, I love it. Because you ain't got to bend down so far when the bike's on the ground. But it's really good for bikes with tour packs. You're able to get it down inside of there without having, you know what I'm saying, where kind of, if you open up the lid, it gives you enough space between the lid itself, the base of the tour pack, and getting down below the seat. Because some people got those factory, you remember your big couch seat? They got those seats on there. So with the big couch seat, right? You know, the couch seat this tall right here. So try to get a regular screwdriver in between there. This here is just like the perfect height. There's certain ones, like I got another cheap screwdriver, which is a T27. And anybody know the majority of Harley's got a lot of T27s. My dog done chewed on this one here and everything. But I have not replaced it. I don't think, because it's like the perfect with handle and with the rubber on it. Some tools just become your favorite tools. You're like, hey, no matter what you go through, I'm sticking it out with you. That's that. Oh, that's all good. Now this is the moment when you put away all the tools, verify you done put everything back where it's supposed to be. Go. When you look and see how many screws you still got left over, you throw them in a box. It was just extras. Shouldn't no part from another bike be on another lift. You know what I'm saying? In the end, I don't care how good you are, how many years you've been doing the work, you still want to make sure that I didn't skip over nothing or forget to put something back. So like I say, before I finish any bike, you'll see I clean everything up on the lift first. And just by me cleaning everything up on the lift, you're verifying that there's nothing there you forgot to put back or forgot to do. Especially on a job like these here, or just it can be tearing down a whole motor. You know, if you got stuff scattered around, you get all the way done and find out it's one little small piece that's still sitting here. You're like, dang, that one little piece was important that you forgot to put it in. So now you got to tear everything back apart. This here is one of my special made tools so I can jam the gears up. So a lot of people see these here made for the 6 speeds, where it's a tool that you can actually jam the gears up to tighten and torque the bolts for the compensator and for the clutch hub correctly. I made this one here for the 5 speeds, where I'm able to jam it up on a 5-speed primaries, I should say, where I'm able to jam it up and actually lock it, which is a little longer. Here go the factory one. So this is one that's made for 6-speed transmission. If you look at the length, it's made a little longer. So what they normally recommend, I know a lot of people say, oh, I got a tool for that. Yeah, they do got a tool for it. And I got it here somewhere. So this here actually goes and locks in between the chain. So as you turn it, this tightens down into the chain and the teeth itself. Right. And then it gives it where you're able to torque it. Right. But this here still kind of, to me, gives it a little sponginess to the chain. To the actual torque. This here, it locks it dead in place, so you don't have any problems. So I prefer this over that, which if anybody is interested in making it, I'll give them a size so they can actually make it. So the factory one is exactly 6 inches. And if they look at the tip is kind of beveled there. So the one I made here is actually 7.5. Yep, exactly 7.5. And once again, I took and beveled the edges on it. So it locks up just like this one here. But when I tell you it's a very helpful tool, very helpful tool.